Okay, welcome back to 1 Hour YouTube Pro. In this video we're going to talk about multiplying your time. We're going to stay on that thread, and we're going to talk about multiplying your time with outsourcing and delegation and having people help you. So why outsource? Well, for one, you need help. Every successful business needs more people in order to grow. Internet businesses are no different. The temptation for a lot of online entrepreneurs is to do everything on your own. And while this can happen, and there have been people that have become successful or are moderately successful doing this, it's almost impossible to be really good at everything. There's a lot of different factors that go into an online business. You've got your web designer, you've got your copywriter, you've got marketing, you've got customer service, you've got all kinds of different things, especially if you're launching your own product. So it's important to realize that if it's going to take you 4 hours to do a certain task, that it would only take someone who's good at that an hour, then you're essentially wasting 4 hours of your time doing something that someone else could do a lot faster. And I learned the hard way. For example, I'm not very good with HTML and web design. And sometimes when I wanted something done, I would go do it. Instead of just emailing our web designer and having him come in and help me, I would just try to do it on my own. And I spent so much time trying to figure it out that our web designer could have done the task, times 20 already by the time I'm done with it. He could have done this task probably 20 times. So not only did it take me longer to do this, but you also have to think about the opportunity cost of everything I didn't get done while I was working on the thing that I wasn't that good at. So when it comes to outsourcing, you want to focus on your strengths and have somebody else help you with the stuff that you're not that great at. So remember, every successful business needs more people in order to grow. Internet businesses are no different, and profiting with this YouTube model that we're going to teach you is no different either. So there's a few myths in outsourcing. For one, most people think outsourcing is expensive, and it's really not true. There are tons of great resources that will provide you. If you've been going through some of the other courses here, then you've already seen some of them. For one, elance.com is a great place to go to find people that work on a project-by-project basis, and they're competing with other people. So the beauty of it is that you put a job out, and then people will actually bid on it. Okay, they'll bid for the job. And you can take the lowest bidder, you can take the middle bidder, you can take the highest bidder. It's really up to you. It doesn't have to be expensive. High quality doesn't have to be expensive. In fact, there are a lot of very good programmers and web designers and customer service people in other countries that don't charge as much. Okay? So you can outsource to virtual assistants in the Philippines or in India. They can do a lot of the jobs for you. They don't charge as much as American workers, and the quality's still really good, and they do it at night while you're asleep. So you can literally wake up the next day and have this work presented to you. It's actually a really good model. Now there's some things you don't want to outsource overseas, and there's some things that you do. And it just takes some time kind of getting used to doing this before you know what I'm talking about here. But just realize that outsourcing isn't expensive. And remember, putting aside a portion of profits from a system that generates cash makes outsourcing simple. So remember earlier when we were talking about not necessarily quitting your day job just because you've replaced the income? Well, this is one of the reasons. You want to be able to put aside a little bit of cash so you can actually pay people to do some stuff for you going forward. Okay? And if you've got someone doing something for you monthly, that's a monthly expense. Not a high expense, but an expense nonetheless, and this is part of reinvesting into your business. In a properly designed system, outsourcing won't be a problem. In fact, it will make the system more profitable. Why? Because you'll have multiple people working on something. They'll be getting it done faster. It will be exponential. And you'll be working on the things that matter in the business. Tracking, tweaking, improving, innovation, all the marketing that goes into it. You'll be working on the things that are very important. And you won't be getting bogged down in the details and the tedious tasks because you'll be outsourcing. So remember, it doesn't have to be that expensive, and it actually makes you more money to outsource than it costs you, as long as you do it correctly.